think that we are solving a really unique set of problems. I think that the space that we're operating in is a really unique one that very few other companies are looking at. I am personally extremely proud of the team that we've built. I think we have one of the, if not the single best, at least from an engineering perspective, best engineering team. I'm an engineer by background. And so I knew what technology could do for practices and saw very specifically what it could do and what it wasn't doing. And so that was sort of the impetus for me to learn more about dentistry as an industry and about what we could do as technologists to actually improve it.
I truly did not even know what a crown was, the crown being the simplest thing that we do. I just didn't know what it was. But I was very aware of how old school, intuitively aware of how old school the industry is, and I sort of did a bunch of research before joining, and it was very clear that there was a huge opportunity here.
The thing that's unique, the thing that got me really interested about Dandy, this company is 2 years old, and in the first 2 years, they've hired hundreds of people. They've created a business that at the time was doing about $50 million annualized, and they saw a very clear path by the end of this year to have hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue. You don't get that story very often. I mean, 0 to hundreds of millions in 2 years. A team that didn't exist 2 years ago that will be close to 1,000 people. At the end of the year, it just felt like it was so dramatically different than every other company that I thought, look, this is definitely worth at least a conversation.
So I've worked in healthcare prior to this, so primary care specifically, and staying in kind of healthcare adjacent fields was something I was really interested in. It really motivates me. And I think, getting the chance to expand beyond primary care has allowed me to really kind of leverage some of the problems I was able to see that are common between different types of healthcare, but dentistry is also a unique field in and of itself.
In the end of the day, we are not just giving tools to dentists, right? We're helping dentists give smiles to an actual person, to their patients. Technology does that a lot better than the analog way of doing it, essentially. It's faster, higher quality, lower cost, which is really important for practices. And we're doing it in a way that is just making it work much better for everyone. Imagine that you have a wedding next weekend and you broke your tooth and you need a crown. We can make that happen. You could never make that happen in analog.
We see the impact every day when we talk to customers and they say, you've changed my life, you've saved me so much time, I can make more money, I get back to doing the things that I love. And if you want to work in an industry where you impact users and impact people, there's nothing better than that. And I think that kind of despite where we are, there's still so much left to build and new problems that enter in every day. And you can learn, I think everyone goes into a new company and learns a lot about an industry, but in product specifically, which is what I do, getting a chance to talk to a user, see how to improve their life and build that in the next week, month, or even 3 months, that's really exciting.
Here, you immediately can have an enormous impact on the operations, okay, which is great. And that definitely turned to be true here.
When we think about what we want to do in the dental practice, it's you're never going to replace a dentist. These are the experts, but I definitely want to replace the dentist's hour at the end of the day processing insurance claims or walking around the office trying to figure out how many rubber gloves and sterilization tips and whatever else they need to order to actually be able to do their jobs.
It definitely is not something I grew up wanting to do, I would say. I never wanted to be a dentist or was interested in the dental space, but coming on board, getting interviewed by people and talking to people in the space, it definitely feels like it's a big opportunity, and there's a lot of problems in such an antiquated space, so it's exciting.
This is a rare company. It is a rare opportunity. It's rare that people tackle really large industries, can get from the sort of 0 to 1 stage where they have enough true success, not just sort of investor support, but actual customer success to enable that sort of flywheel of raising some money to build more customer growth and kind of keep doing that. And we're on that path same as early Instacart. And so it's to be able to do that and do that with people I enjoy working with is special and something I'm really grateful for.
I get really excited about scale. I know that we have such a small portion of the market. What excites me is how can we tackle more and build with more complexity in mind. And so I think we just have a slice of the puzzle that we're solving, and there's just so much more we can do to help dentists return to doing what they love, which is creating smiles.
It checked all the boxes. So I had made a mental list of things that were mandatory and nice to haves. And the top 3 items for me was healthy work culture. So part of that being inclusion and diversity. I'm obviously a female in tech and also Asian. I've also lived in 10 different cities my entire life, so I always have a sense of not really belonging anywhere. So I wanted to feel that instant sense of connection, and I really did with everyone that I spoke in my interview, especially the design team, which is the organization I work in. And you know, we have folks from Portugal, from Brazil, from the Netherlands, and me here in the US. So yeah, it just felt right. It felt right.